I think we're waiting on a ready from Floyd.
Yes, we are just waiting on a ready from Floyd.
And Floyd is
All right,
ready.
there we go.
3, 2, 1, and we are off.
All right, game number 1 underway.
Level 6 to 9. And it looks like it's about a 5-second difference between these players. Looking at board health, I like Bidwell's board for variety. But I think for just sheer 0 and 1 drops, I think Floyd's got a slightly better situation, Ethan.
Yeah, he's got a better situation for it. He's having to deal with red garbage in the early going, though, and making good use of it. And you're absolutely right. He's making very, very good slow drops.
And Bidwell early on has a pretty good board state. A little bit of garbage up in 1 that he's cleared out. Got a little garbage in 3 that he's going to work on. But he's at 17. Floyd at 20. And Bidwell had some early quick drop combos to start and maintain a lead.
Yeah, he's keeping his piece dropping to about
a missed
3
drop
to
by
4.
Floyd.
Oh yeah, that double red is not nice.
5 is going to hurt. Bidwell's one of those players, and that might have been another missed drop. No, he's playing that horizontal in row 2. But he's working through it, and he's not that far behind Ethan. It's 13 to 9. About a minute in, and remember, there's a 5-second difference between these players.
Yeah, if here's the thing, if Floyd can get a double blue, that'll put him in a really golden situation. Actually,
I like that tuck play by Floyd. I also like his end game planning there, setting himself up to go either direction with that blue in column number 6. What's going to be troublesome is he has buried that red in 7, but a quick drop, or he thought about that. He thought about that horizontal, looked at his next piece.
Yeah,
and I think that was a good decision.
Yeah, that was the right call. He saw what was going to come down next. He knew it was just going to be more trouble, so he made the right call.
Bidwell kind of cramped quarters. He's going to have to force a drop combo vertically or work on horizontal garbage clearing. I think he's decided to dedicate himself. But at about 1:55, Floyd with a slight lead over Bidwell early on here.
Bidwell's going to need 1 more blue to get out.
And having to drop from that spire eats precious seconds.
Yeah, it does. He'll be out at about 211.
211. I like his opening board here. A lot of double opportunities, a lot of 0 and 1 drops. Floyd, the thing I'm worried about Floyd's board, Ethan, is his left side. Very blue and red heavy, as well as his top right side. Those yellows are buried. He's gone to town early on them. So RNG's going to have to smile on him here.
Yeah, he's already dependent on blues and reds at this point now, so it's already going to start where, if any yellows pop up, he's going to have to start making good garbage plays.
Bidwell down to 18, Floyd down to 18. Floyd's going to have to start thinking about addressing column 8.
And a misplay from Floyd.
A big misplay, but he's working around it, and that's the thing you've got to do with these misdrops. I would have gone for the horizontal drop on that double yellow, but that's why I'm in the booth and eliminated, and Floyd is not. So it's 10 to 11 here. 7 viruses to go, or excuse me, 9 viruses to go for Bidwell. 10 viruses to go for Floyd. Now even up and a bit of a lead now for Bidwell. I like Floyd's endgame strategy here just a bit. He does have a spire in 6. But he's got ways to work around it, and he's opened himself up for horizontal plays. Meanwhile, Bidwell, I think you're going to see Bidwell try to go for something fancy, maybe for that stack of 3. No, he's gonna clear out the garbage.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it. Now he just has to deal with those red. Column 2. This is going to give Floyd some time to catch up.
It is, but I like
Floyd.
Floyd setting up here, and I think he might get out first. But Bidwell right on his heels, a 404 and a 410. So
and Bidwell is hyped.
Here comes that bounce.
Hyped.
And
you
Bidwell,
can tell he wants it.
Bidwell's been a really busy guy, so I know he's been pumped for this. Calling a lot of the action over at Classic Tetris. Where if you've got the time, watch some of those VODs. There are some great matches, and Dog playing Tetris, or just Dog, won the whole thing. So we have a new champion.
And we have what I guess you could call a Brett Owen rivalry between Doug and Andy.
But meanwhile, taking a look at our boards, it's Floyd up 17-22. Bidwell ran into a bit of a misplay early on and is trying to work around it. He's down to 19. Both players kind of in a weird situation as far as their board health goes.
Yeah, but I am liking Bidwell's board a bit more. He's got more diversity. He's creating the doubles like he did just right there. He's actually taking the lead at this point by a couple of viruses.
And
didn't get the tuck.
Not a misplay. It was a free play. So
yeah, absolutely was
low risk play. Nothing lost there. And now with this drop, he turns it into something nice. As he is at 6, Floyd is at 4. I like Floyd's end game a little bit better than I do Bidwell's right now, Ethan.
Yeah, he's exposed all of those right now. He's got everything ready. It's in ready position.
Although, look at Bidwell. Bidwell's got some favorable RNG. Just needs a blue. He's out. It's about a 3-second difference between these two players in this first round match.
Yeah, both of these guys playing to the wire right now. Oh, Bidwell having to deal with a long drop, though. That's not what you want to have.
34 viruses for Bidwell, 31 for Floyd. There might be a level 10. I don't know. Anything can frickin' happen.
Oh, no, nothing like that.
But it's 31-31. It is dead even. It's going to come down to time. Remember, Bidwell started a little bit sooner than Floyd did. So that time is definitely going to be a factor going in here. We may have to have another ruling, Bidwell forcing garbage, but turning it into a little bit of a setup on the blue and 8. Bidwell's board precarious. A lot of separation. Big valley in 5 and 6. That's going to slow him down, but right now he's working on some low drop combos just to keep him close, but it's still 23-23. Looking at Floyd's board, Floyd's got a little bit of garbage to deal with, not getting some favorable RNG, a lot of blue heavy on this top line, but he does open it up in columns 2 and 3. He's down to 18. Bidwell bouncing. Will the bounce get him some favorable RNG? He has 17 viruses to go. So does Floyd.
Bidwell's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. He did start earlier, so he's got to really hurry it up if he wants to have any chance of beating Floyd on time. 16-15,
and Floyd's got a real big opportunity to start surging. That block of reds really can start raining down, and he's raining down some other stuff as he's down to 11. Bidwell down to 13. This is going to be a real close one, folks. It's a diverse end game for Floyd. I really am loving his planning here, and look at this. He just needs one blue and one yellow, and he is out, and he will have game 1. He just needs the blue. There's the blue at a 747 coming out of the sky. You know the rest of that song, and it is 1-0 in favor of Floyd. Bidwell going to finish it out. Almost a sub-8 run. He'll take an 802.
802. Wow. Great job by both players.
A close first game for these two players. And I suspect we'll be seeing this going more than 2 games.
Oh, absolutely. This is only the beginning right now. Bidwell made it really close. If a couple of more efficient plays, if he steps up a little bit, maybe gets a little more aggressive, Bidwell can take another one and might be able to put it into a game 3.
We will find out here very soon as we're waiting for readies from both players. We have a ready from Bidwell. And we have a ready from Floyd. I'm really just concerned that Chris doesn't hit his head on the ceiling. We don't need our first Dr. Mario concussion.
Alright, we're counting down in 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Game number 2. Chris Bidwell, BSG4000, our 11 seed versus our 6 seed, Floyd 1977. And again, it's interesting. Had Floyd won the November tournament, he would be the 3 seed and not Leviticus.
Yeah, it's sort of an interesting, as we were winding down into the final month of our tournaments. we were kind of seeing almost kind of like the old playoff scenarios you'd see in football, where it's like, oh well, if this person wins here, then this guy's in this.
And if you carry the 8 and win by 50,
yes, exactly.
Early on here, these players neck and neck. It's about a 2-second difference on the timer between these players. But 15 to 14, Bidwell setting up for something fierce though, and he's going to drop that down to a dozen. And he's looking to set up another combo to clear out 3 more. Good RNG so far for Bidwell as he is looking to set up a horizontal play, I think, on that blue. He's down to 7, Floyd down to 9. Floyd's got a little bit of a mishmash here. A lot of having stuff above row 4 with 7 viruses to go can get tricky.
Yeah, Bidwell also had to deal with a bit of a long drop, but he's got it. He's got everything wide open, and he's getting the right piece.
Double blue. He's out at a minute 21, which is an amazing time. Floyd not far behind. He's just got 2 viruses to go. He's got 1 down. He's looking at maybe not quite a sub 130, but looks to be in the range of 135.
It's a good
these
time.
Players very, very close in the early going, and Bidwell already going to town on 7 with an 8 virus lead.
Yeah, looking really good on Bidwell's board. A lot of variety, a lot of combo choices. It's kind of an all-you-can-eat combo buffet for Bidwell.
And we have all of the puns going in chat. By the way, a fun little community award that we had was Dave Pun of the Year. As we have multiple Daves, so it turned into a beautiful running gag, and it's one of the reasons why I love this community so much. The winner as voted by the community was all of them.
So I can at least say I won an award.
You won an award at Dr. Mario Monthly. Bidwell
in the same way I won the 2006 Time Person of the Year.
Hey, so did I. I'm glad we tied for that. Anyways, it's still an 8 virus lead for Bidwell. He's just trying to maintain that island. Look at that!
What a tuck!
Look at that hyper tuck. That is a fantastic play. Just getting it right back where it needs to go. It's such a risky play at high speed because it can really do some damage. He had an open opportunity for it, and he did take it. He's down to 1. He's got a double-digit virus lead. He is going to be out of
at
7.
3 on the nose.
So we're going to have to see how much time Floyd's behind by. But again, you cannot let the stats that Bidwell has fool you. We have seen this man just absolutely blow up before, making deep runs in our brackets before. So he's struggling a bit here early on 8, but that might be the time Floyd needs. Deciding to clear the red. So now he needs 2 blues and he'll be out. Let's see how RNG cooperates with them. Goes for the 0 drop, the good call there, and he'll be out at 334. So quite a bit of separation now between the 11 seed and the 6 seed in the second game.
Yeah, it's looking like Bidwell's got good command of the board at this point. He's got enough diversity to work with. He doesn't have to deal with too much garbage, but he is having to deal with garbage.
He's having to deal with a lot of garbage, not a lot of blue help, which is really slowing him down. It's giving Floyd the opportunity he needs to come back. Floyd looking to lock this one down, but Bidwell's maintaining a 7 virus lead. And at about the 410 mark, Bidwell really just needs some red help right now.
Yeah, he needs a little more red into his board. He's opening it up so he can use more red. But it's also going to shut off his blue as well. That's a bit of an error there from Bidwell.
Floyd with a bit of a misdrop, or not a misdrop, excuse me, a nice combo rather, as he's now even it up at 17. So now Bidwell's really got to get to work here. 17-17, and Floyd has caught up with him. A good drop play there. He's just looking to clean up his board. The good thing is once he's opened up a couple of holes, he can make plays. He's got opportunities, and Bidwell, a very clever player, knows the tuck plays better than anyone, I would think.
Yeah, and I think if he can get a tuck play on 1, that might be a good end game scenario for him.
Bidwell starting to surge. He's taken his lead back down to 10 viruses as Floyd a bit hung up, and he's got 2 rows and a couple of spires building. Not the situation
great horizontal from Bidwell.
Bidwell now down to 5, now down to 4. It's blues and yellows. It's 2 yellows and 2 blues, and that'll be it. And he decided to go one way with that.
He had to do it. He had to do it. He doesn't know when that blue is going to pop up. That's the one chance he had, and he's out at 5:36.
He's out at 5:37, so he's at 9 now. I thought that was the last level, so I'm clearly paying attention to what's going on. All right. And let's see how Floyd is. Floyd looking for 3 reds right now as Bidwell's starting to go to town.
Oh my goodness, RNG just
there's
not
1,
cooperating.
There's 2, and there's 3 at a 5:59. But we've seen Floyd get back into this. It's a 14 virus edge, and I do like the diversity of Floyd's board early on here. There's a lot of drop plays, which will slow him down, but also a lot of doubles.
Yeah, and I liked what Bidwell did there. He opened up the blue in column 8. He used it for garbage rather than trying to clear out the middle of the board. So that was a great use of the blue there to try to get himself a little bit more leeway.
See Bidwell hesitating on that last pill. He does have that garbage looming in 8, but he's working around it. He is at 15 while Floyd is at 29. Floyd kind of having to eat into the board, which you don't want to do, but if you're not getting the help, that was a big misdrop. That might seal the deal right there, as Bidwell now down to 10 viruses to Floyd's 26. Floyd having to work around that unforced error. And now it's single digits for Bidwell. Bidwell looking to force a game 3 and give us our upset in round 1. Floyd looking for that win, but he may have to look for it in game 3 as it is 4-24 and not a great end game, but I mean, you don't need it when you're that far ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a couple more viruses to go. Floyd's trying to surge in. Just needs a couple more yellows for Bidwell. There's one.
There's
Here comes
one,
the other.
And there's 2, and that is GG at a 7:33. Bidwell takes game 2. I told you this was going 3.
Oh, great game there from Bidwell. He takes game number 2. We're going to have a decider to see who will take on the winner of Leviticus and Snapdragon on Saturday's match. John Nash also pointing out this is also the Dave Cider.
All right. We have one final game to determine our brackets here, and I'm going to update our brackets really quick. Get that 5-12 game in there. So Sarah Sparkle now officially advances. She'll take on the winner of DM Hero versus Savage Octagon. And Floyd and BSG going to take on the winner of Leviticus Snapdragon, as Ethan mentioned. These players, all or nothing here.
Yeah, this is going to be it. This is tournament point for either player.
And in announcing the Dave Pun of the Year, the chat has lost their dang minds.
As Leviticus does point out, it is Dave again. And in 3, 2, 1, go with game number 3.
Thank you, Savage Octagon. All right, we're starting, and these players are going to be about 3 seconds apart as far as the timer goes. And I like Bidwell's board to start. A good tuck play there. If Floyd can get some blues, though, it's going to be a lot of trouble for Bidwell.
Yeah, he got one blue there, but not getting much else.
Yeah, and Floyd forcing a garbage play, and he was hoping for that double yellow, and he did get it. It's a very, very bold play. We'll see if it pays off, Cotton.
Yes, bold strategy indeed.
I've gone a whole year without using that line. I just could not resist. Anyways, it's 11-13, and both players in similar but different situations, as they've got stuff hanging up near the top, and they're having to work a corner. And in Floyd's case, it's the right corner, and in Bidwell's case, it's the left corner. And now he's got a bit of a spire in column 1. That might be a bit of a rough patch.
I think Bidwell might have put a bit of a misplay in column 5 with that red-yellow pill. If he flipped that over, that would have given him that horizontal color he would have needed for that pill, but Well, he's all right. He's
and
got it cleared up now.
he-
He's got it
he
taken care of.
He's got it. Don't come into his house. No. Floyd into 7 already at about 1 minute and 8 seconds. Good Lord. Floyd trying to go for something blazing here. He's got an interesting board. There's a lot of separation, a lot of drops, and Bidwell out at 1:38. And he's got to make up a dozen viruses. Oh, and a misplay by Floyd, Ethan.
Oh yeah, that does look like a bit of an error, but he's already cleared the garbage out of the way.
He made very good steps as soon as he noticed it to rectify it. And
But there's another one, a missed tuck.
Not necessarily. He can clear that red at the bottom of 4 and tuck in for a clear if he needs to. And he puts up a yellow lightning bolt there. Taking a look at Bidwell's board, he is at 21. And actually, Floyd has taken a pretty convincing lead. Bidwell's board, he needs to clear rows 6 and 7 to really start doing any damage.
Yeah, everything's a little bit too spaced out. Everything's going to be about a 2 to 3 pill drop for most combos. So not really much you can do to kind of really increase your pill efficiency.
5 viruses to go for Floyd. He's going to have to work that corner, and Bidwell is really good at his end game strategies most of the time. So this is going to be the opportunity he needs to catch up at 7-3, and he's hunting for a horizontal. He's going to get it. One more yellow for Floyd, though. He's going to be out. He's going to be out at 249. Bidwell a bit behind, but still in very, very good shape, I would say. 4 viruses to go to 36 and 8. For Floyd's board. And taking a look at Floyd's board, he's really doing a lot of down pressing, a lot of minimal drop combos here. Bidwell still bouncing, though. He wants this.
He's hyped. He is trying to push himself. He's clears out at 314.
He's got about 10 viruses to make up, and I do like his board. A lot of horizontal opportunities early on, and a lot of good double spots. And, it's a yellow surge at the right time for Floyd, as he is clearing everything. No yellow virus is safe. But now he's opened himself a bit of a column in 5, but now he's got yellow scattered on opposite corners of the board.
Yeah, I think the yellow in column 8, he can, if he gets a double yellow, that'd probably be the best way to play that one.
That does look like the ideal play. Clear out the double reds, and there are the thing about Floyd's board is it's very good if he wants to have minimal effort clears. He's going to get that triple there. Now he's down to all yellows and making the garbage play, but I think that was by design to drop something down. Bidwell at 20 viruses, and Floyd has really opened this up. Bidwell's really just going to need he's playing a bit too aggressive.
He needs RNG to cooperate, but it's not going to happen.
And Floyd out at 418. He is on fire right now. He wants that second round match, and he is playing absolutely out of his mind right now. A good double opportunity board, a good minimal drop board. Bidwell's setting up a hero combo. I think he knows he's going to need something big to keep going, and he's making good plays, making sure every virus can go, or every pill can go somewhere, and making clears. And that's really how you got to do it. Always be clearing.
Absolutely. Always try to keep viruses clearing as quickly as possible. It looks like Floyd's having a little trouble having to make a little bit of a tower there, but he's getting rid of it.
And Bidwell needs that red. He's going to get it, and
he almost missed it.
506. He's got to make up a dozen and a half here on the final level. And
what a tuck!
Floyd is playing out of his mind, but Bidwell has an open board early on, which is going to be beneficial for planning. But I don't see Floyd really dropping anything here. I mean, Floyd does make the occasional misplay, but even when he's done so in this particular game, he's worked around it efficiently and quickly.
Yeah, he has. It's gonna take a bit of an error of gargantuan proportions for Bidwell to even catch up. He's 18 viruses here. He'd have to put on the aggression so much.
And right now, 7 viruses to go for Floyd. And look at that tuck double. Oh my goodness. He is gunning. He is absolutely gunning for a top time right now. He needs 5 pills, and he's done.
Yeah, he just needs 2 more reds at this point.
There's
got
one red, and Floyd is going to be making an appearance on the Hot Times.
at a
as he is
213! A 613, excuse me.
213 might have been a little ambitious, but definitely
Maybe a little bit.
13. But Floyd advancing to round 2 in a hell of a game against Chris Bidwell. And hype for both players. Anything that goes 3 is always a good time. But Bidwell falls just a bit short. I think I think it was stage 7 in this one. It just wasn't going right for him, and it was very difficult to recover from. But Chris Bidwell, with that 11 seed, showing us why he is one of the best players at